Right. Hi, everyone. This is Daisy here. I just wanted to come and give a message because this is something that's going to be coming up for a lot of you guys this coming week. Well, it's Friday now. You're on your 4-day weekend. You're going to be back in the office. So this is a great opportunity for you all to be able to, get with your families, get with your community, get with your friends, review some documents. And I know a lot of people are getting ready for this week because there's a few things happening this week that are going to set the tone for a lot. Okay. So I just want to say I apologize for the technical difficulty. I have good Wi-Fi. I have battery. I have my software is up to speed. It's just all of the different individuals that I've been trying to get onto my computer over this like whole coding language thing, and they're being blocked. I will say that on a daily basis, there is a check of who is trying to get onto my device, computer, etc. Things like that. And then on top of that, what's happening here is they're not getting what they want, and then they're attempting to go to through Apple to tamper with my devices, which is okay because I figure like it's just a cry respond for help. So let me talk about a few things that are going on here. Spoof apps, right, was in the title, and then cloned whites, which I'm going to bring up on my computer for you all to see, and something that had gotten mentioned about something that had gotten mentioned here about challenges and playing at work, and then right, and then getting caught up in now I get a promotion and it's right here, and it's like so funny the article that you're going to see because you're going to see it and be like, wow, right? So there's that, and then the Flower Sisters. A lot of you guys watch that video. It's the human meat at work update. So I just wanted to let you all know, that that's being taken very seriously, and something recently happened with that we'll talk about later. Same day I saw Department of Labor license plate. Couldn't get to it. That's okay. Great confirmation. But for the High Priestess, you guys wanted to hear the song that kept on playing. I'm going to play it for you. It's interesting. So that's the song. I know it's so sweet. And I kept on hearing it, and it was her. She liked it. So they get access to YouTube and things like that. But like, she's adding more to her playlist. That's a great thing. High Priestess, yay. So let's go into a few things that are happening here, right? So spoof apps, we talked about that. That's what brought a lot of y'all here to find out that Mina Harris was playing with spoof apps. Kamala Harris had laced up AKAs with technology, and they are running off on the plug. That they had created wars in Atlanta that got the superintendent, switching hands 3 times in Atlanta public school system. They have crafted, so much chaos here that particle physics are, being discussed in hood forms. So, I feel like the biggest thing that you all need to know here is that they were in fact playing with spoof apps where you basically type in the number. Let's say I want to text you. I want you to think it's from your baby daddy, right? He could be in jail. He could be wherever. He could be sitting right next to you, right? And hey, I don't want to fuck with you no more. Da 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 done, right? Or hello, Mr. Okolioze. I just wanted to let you know that it's very unfortunate, Mr. Azugozu. He had an accident on the road, so there will be no meeting today. Okay, let's go now. We will go and steal all these things and go sell them at the market. So that's kind of what was going on, and they got caught red-handed playing with spoof apps and photo generators and things like that, which came up on my channel before with the sister, Matt Haney's sister, Erin. It's a brother and sister. The sister used to be a public defender. She got herself wrapped up in nonsense. They were playing with cases in the community. He decided to move to San Francisco. They're not from San Francisco to be on the school board. Just randomly, like, oh, let me get on the school board. Not from San Francisco, whatever. Move to the Tenderloin randomly, right? Because that's the entire vibe, literally Tenderloin. And then let's play and run for office and da 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 da, just randomly from nowhere. So now so now it's coming out because like their dad was in some legal capacity and their mom was working for some organization, and they're both problematic on either side. But really, the thing here is that the sister had gotten caught because her face was all over Fashion Nova. That's one of the things that's going to come out. So let me pull that up first. That's what happened. Her face was all over Fashion Nova. They were trying to use that like against me, like, oh, you contacted his father about him harassing you with sound technology, and can you ask your son to stop? Because you're a lawyer, right? Do you know that this is happening in our community and they're in virtual reality saying that you're helping the hood get out of cases, that that's what they're using virtual reality for? Like, oh yeah, he's super cool. Like, are you paying attention to what is going on? Right. So that's what I'm saying. That's what the hood saw. But that's what your family was doing, though, to make it seem like you weren't causing the calamity that was going on in the streets because of what happened with the rappers getting uploaded. Like, oh, okay, yeah, your dad's hella cool. Okay, we all got uploaded then. So now, right, her face is all over Fashion Nova. I'm going to bring that up because people need to see this for court and a few other things that are going on with that spoof app that's going to really explode, especially with deportations. So here, you guys are getting legal information, news. We get coding tutorials, how to take care of yourself. I mean, you guys want meditations, you want classes, you want you know, the tarot readings. Get on my Patreon. So it's in the description, comment section. Sorry, about me or whatever. Here, Infinite Files. Let's see, it's called like Aaron or something. And I sent this to her dad, and I don't think he like knows like how far his kids were going with that technology. But then again, his stepmom, Matt Haney, them and Aaron, right? So after you play games, start a bunch of shit that could got you charged. Your stepmom now works at the district attorney's office, playing with cases and charges. And because Chesa Boudin, the old DA, he got removed, he got recalled. And then they put in this new one, Brooke Jenkins, who has a history with all those holes. And immediately, what happened is they destabilized the whole DA's office and there was hella cases and their name all over the news. It's like hella scandalous what's going on. So what happened here was Aida sitting there, right? Coming to find out the man that I ran an election against and I rigged the election works there too, and we were harassing him as well. So they got him out of office, Chester Boudin. Some of you guys are going to find out about his family. His uncle was the lawyer for Fidel Castro. And then his mom and dad, they did a 211 on the bank because they were trying to fund revolution movements. So they got him out of office because Irklankla and San Francisco and activists getting kidnapped and Daisy and these emails, and this can go very far very quickly. So they got him out of office and played with him. Then what ended up getting started, yeah, because of this case. You guys had no idea that's how much calamity they've been creating. So then what ended up happening was her face is all over Fashion Nova because they're playing with spoof apps and photo generators, and it got her MAC address gets into your phone because they're using this to populate other things. So you guys get online and sometimes they just have different models with different faces and things like that, right? So they don't pay models, they have variety, different influencers that are paying on here, all those type of stuff. They don't have to pay them. They keep their overhead low, playing with these different generators, apps, all that type of good stuff. And then they don't have the, problem of maybe supporting an influencer that could be problematic, right? So this her face all over Fashion Nova. So then what ended up happening here was the second round of this with this document. That's the cloning, bioterrorism that they all are these white men that look all alike because they're all playing games. That's Ken Wilber. Oh, I'm playing in spirituality. Yeah, this is the CEO of Coinbase. Yeah, that USC psych ward hospital. That this the man that works there. That this when this came out, they got discredited. Some of you guys don't know that USC Hospital is no longer USC Hospital. It's now Los Angeles General Hospital. You had no idea that that happened. Yeah, some people are just not finding out. What the fuck? Yeah, because virtual reality and playing, starting shit. Pacific School of Religion. Woo. Yes, Sheila Cole was involved with the death of Hermias. So when they say clone, this is what they basically mean, like, oh, because we all mixed together our families and practice incest and stuff like that, they can track us all down because we've been the ones starting shit constantly. So be careful with that whole clone thing. They want you to think it's like, oh, digital, digital, digital. That's what they were trying to build towards. It's like something in space, like, oh, I traveled to this far off place. Like, yeah, their planet's kind of like whatever. I'm gonna get a new body. They have that easily in space. So when these men pass away on planet Earth, these hoes, what they think that they're gonna do is do magic and then they can capture their body. So when they get their new body in space, like, oh, you'll have this on you, or you'll be attached to this, or this will happen, or some way, somehow I can stop this magic or do this. That's the whole entire thing from space. They're hella stupid. So, right. And this is where we get like Malcolm X didn't know that he was on planet Earth all the way up in one of his lion serpent bodies. Who brought me to the planet? What is this place? Right, because they played with magic. So when he was seeing it and the chaos around Malcolm and all Nation of Islam and how they plotted on him, and even when he fell out with Muhammad Ali, he was looking at one serpent versus a different Wakatasi, and oh, my serpent is just traveling to these different dimensions. You guys are all here. Okay, he didn't know what was going on. He just thought his serpent was out like battling. He didn't know that he had a physical body. That's like one of the things that's going on now with this space fuckery is that these hoes went to go play with magic and they didn't know they were going to get our human body. Oh, I thought I was for power. Oops. I thought I was going to just make a copy of the crystal. You mean to tell me the whole Federation is here? Now they're the Iroquois? What are you talking about? We can get tortured if they find out about this. Yeah. Ooh, and this is what I'm talking about with what got exposed in virtual reality. That's why Kendrick said the rabbit hole can go much deeper. What did you start in Oakland? Yeah, this is the this dude right here, Lee Douch, no other than yeah, chief of violent crime strike at U.S. Attorney's Office, and this is cousin. They're all fucking related, playing games. They got caught hella badly. Yeah, now he just put to today that he got a raise. That's their thing. Oh, I got a I'm starting a new position. I was an intern here. Now I'm the chief of violent crime strike force. So it's like when you get a strike, like oh, you get 3 strikes, you go to jail for life. So they made him the chief of that after playing games. But look at what's about to get started here, right? 4 leaders of notorious Nuestra family gang get caught up. This is very intricate too because they are trying to blame them for stuff that MS-13 is doing, and that's why MS-13 was created. So MS-13, for some of you guys that don't know, they were created by the white ratchet families of Spanish America to harass certain people and then make it seem like certain groups were doing certain things. That's not us at all. That all that is like nonsense. We have integrity to what we do. It's the same thing in LA with dishonorable Department of Defense families playing with red and blue with their cousins and that starting another war too. It's just about what team like you really like. They turn it into something else. It's a bunch of shit that was going on with that. So with this now, you guys are saying like, oh, okay, they were blaming them for stuff that they didn't do because somebody started something and they had to hold her accountable. What got started, I can't talk about because it involves minors. Right. And there's something that's currently going on that exposed virtual reality has something to do with this. And it has something to do with people being dishonorable, moving money around in nonprofits. So this is his claim to fame, right? That, oh, we took down the Western Family Circle. Like, oh, look, now look, I get a promotion. Have I not been telling you guys this the whole entire time? His name is in this docket. He's a special agent. And you're playing with what in your family? And Las Compilas? Yes, so now I just have to tell you guys that that's what they were playing with. And then the last one that's gonna really start a war here. Nonsense. It's this one. Yeah. Family of man killed while visiting San Francisco. Yeah, so look at this woman's face, right? And then this is another one that's coming up because they are all related, but it's the fact that the virtual reality exposed it because some of them um didn't know how much got exposed in the virtual reality that got put on paper and other people wrote down and that they are trying to escape now. Now with spoof apps and texting apps and playing on people's phone like that. You guys remember that one of the things in court, I filed a restraining order on Matt Haney, right? I was like, okay, you're playing games, you want to play with hoes playing with magic. Okay, so whenever they do A, B, C, and D, it's gonna fall back on you. Let's see how fast that stops. Right. So, oh, I don't want this coming up in my campaign. Everyone stop talking to me. Anyways, we started a bunch of shit. I hacked her phone. So now what's coming out is, oh, let's just say Daisy did this, that she was texting my phone and doing this and doing that. Why would I be texting your fucking phone? Now, a lot of things, people know me for a lot of things, but playing with the phone is not one of them. One of the things, too, that's going to get started is even throughout my whole high school career, I never had not a single issue, not a single beef, nothing with the phone at all, ever. Not me. That's not me. I don't get involved with phone beef with phone. Period. That's what people don't know me for. So that's another thing that's coming up. But this only is coming out now with you. You're the only one that's starting this. One of the things that I just have to tell you guys about, I'm about to go get those text messages and I have to read this shit out. It's a conversation. There's responses from him too. Yeah, like, oh, what do you like? Kinky sex, some nonsense that was going on. Do you want a mommy or a mistress? Responding. Ooh, after talks of sex in your family, I'm wondering, are you getting conversations with your sister, or you're playing with somebody, or and then you're like, oh, let's put this on file. That's what I'm just trying to figure out because the prosecutor's about to get this. There's gonna be another round with Diddy and them in the prosecutor office, like, oh, okay, yeah, um, no, we didn't harass her because we wanted something that we thought was like magic from space, but she's actually talking about physics. No, I have no idea about this. Fuck, I'm getting charged again because they're saying that this is another round of magic that we've been playing. This is what's coming out in the prosecutor's office in several states that people were playing like that, gang stalking people like that. And like, look at my story, look at the data that we got, and look at the example. So let me show you this one. Matt Haney's mom. I just have to show you his mom so you can see that she looks just like that lady. Yeah, yeah, and this is what was coming out in the virtual reality. Yeah, that they can't hide that, and they're playing games. And this is one of the ways that he got himself exposed because he was playing in the virtual reality. That's how everybody knew that it was him because they were talking about all this in their family and what the fuck they were doing, and his dad and different groups that he was playing with, and who was playing with the social justice community, who had uploaded certain people that were working in the government. That's how this got started with the Spanish community. Yeah, because he had uploaded some people, but they also had the technology too. They were being messy on a different end, and then it just all came together. Right. So that's how that's starting. So this is like surefire proof too of what we've been talking about. Like, okay, but she's been talking about this and look at all these photos. So that's what came out in virtual reality. Okay. So now I see why she doesn't take you seriously and why she knows exactly what you're doing. Right. Because another thing that remember, messages from mother, right? Different holes playing in call centers, pretending to be different people, and literally messages from mother, and they're talking and playing games and like thinking that it's cute, like, oh, I'm in space, right? For these whites to go then start playing with kids and like, oh, that's how I get a space body. What the fuck? Ooh, you better be careful. I'm just telling you right now, all you females, I want to go start this and you want to go play. I'm just telling you, just be very careful, okay? So, right, yeah. Ooh. I'm his favorite type of chick, bougie, bad, and thick. I would rock that designer, but this Fashion Nova fits. Yeah. Yeah. Nostra families, it's not just in prison, it's a whole other group. It's like a community thing. Like they do community organizing, things like that. They paired their name together the same way that they went to go play with MS-13 and play. So again, a lot of this you won't understand unless you like know about certain things in the community, which is coming out with these holes being messy. Like, oh, we just crossed the border. We shouldn't have started that. Okay, I didn't know all this history was like going on, right? Like just so gas to play. Like you should that's the first thing you should have looked into it. So I just want to tell you guys that that's what was going on. So I'm gonna get those text messages and we're gonna read them out. Whew. So now one of the things with text messages that you guys are like, okay, so that's what they were doing. They were playing like that. They didn't think that it would get traced back to them, or they didn't think that people would like see this, or they didn't think that it would backfire. And that's the other thing that's going to end up coming out too with the requests that we're about to make for database access and things like that for them to play games in everyone else's case. So that's what you guys were doing, yeah. So that's how this whole part of sexing your family. That's how they exposed their hand too. That's another thing. I was like, oh, I didn't even realize that that's what the fuck you were doing. Like these text messages are like, who are you messaging? Now I see what the fuck they were doing the entire time. Do you know how crazy that evidence is going to be? But I had not mentioned any of this online. I've not mentioned this. People that know me, like I've never heard Daisy talk about any of this. So it's going to be like, yeah, it's going to be like, ooh, right. Where does she get these messages from? That's why I'm saying you guys have no idea. They really got themselves caught up playing with me in court and starting hella shit. And then because I know how to write legal documents and stuff like that, it was really like goofy. I submitted my documents. The judge didn't look at anything. I had a bunch of text messages and shit like that. WhatsApp, I had a video footage, hella stuff that was going on. And why? Because she was involved with Willie Brown, which is going to come up again with this Detroit, Chicago riots. Detroit, Chicago, LA, Black community riots of these same families starting shit, Department of Defense families. So it was Willie Brown that told him to do this and this and this and that. Like, oh no, she's not going to sue and this and that. And we'll see. And la 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 la. And now look what happened, right? And everyone got exposed. And then Juliana being this focal point, some weird mixed woman starting a bunch of drama and chaos because she's confused, right? So, and then initiating a bunch of drama in a black community using the hand of another sellout who's hiding the fact that his mother's white. And you guys think that this is an HBO movie, or you think that this is James Beard, The Color of Water, or you think that this is Tahiri Jones, American Marriage, with spells and space. Okay, and Dracos and Kate and Caters. So, anyways, you guys, I just had to stop there. Just let that just be it. So now you have evidence.